Hey, it is Yury Experience and today we are talking about my acting experience. I told you already that I participated in a couple of theaters on different levels, but most of these levels were amateur levels, but still it's a great experience that is a huge part of my current character. And although I mentioned that already in different videos, I decided to concentrate myself only on this topic for this video. Let's start. If you remember, my first theater was back in Russia. Prior to the theater, I participated in some kind of sport, what exactly, different video. And then at some point I was at my university, I visited a performance of a theater that I enjoyed a freaking lot. And I decided, okay, I don't want to do sports anymore. Actually, I didn't want to do them prior to that point anyway. I will do my best to try to go to the theater. I found out that basically everybody who wanted to go to the theater could go to the theater. It's more or less normal thing for student theaters anyway. But I had a barrier. My parents. My parents weren't really happy about this idea of me going to the theater. But Yuri, you need to do sports. But I can't live without sport. But Yuri, you will get fat. I mean, not necessarily. And after around 1-2 weeks of me coming home and being like, Yuri, how is university? Fine. Yuri, are you doing well? Is everything good? Yeah. After 1 or 2 weeks of the psychological pressure from my side, my parents allowed me to switch from sports to theater. That was a musical theater, which is kind of unique for Russian theater. Basically, most of the Russian theaters are more or less classical ones. And they normally do famous performances from Russian authors or from different authors. But our performances were made by our regisseur, which was kind of cool. It definitely was a very interesting experience which helped me to develop a lot of skills, like how shall I talk, although it doesn't work every time on camera, or how I shall present myself, or even dance, although I wasn't really great at dancing at that part of my life, and also a lot of stuff I understood how to do after I left the theater already, because I just wasn't in that kind of mental state to comprehend that kind of information. But still, it was very fun experience. Still, I need to be honest, this experience also had one huge disadvantage. After that, I developed kind of fear to sing because of different reasons and because of some influences of some parts of the theater on me. But I overcome that late in my life. Still, like everything in life, it has benefits, it has disadvantages. My first theater was same. Then at some point I moved to Germany, and just by some random occurrence I found my next theater. It was more like classical theater based on the Russian community, and we performed in 2 languages, Russian and German. It was also very interesting and important experience for me, because there I learned a different kind of theater. Not high pressure, not high demand, but more trying to understand what I'm doing in the scene and trying to work through the process together with the regisseur and the whole team. It definitely also developed me as an actor, also as a person, because I'm very thankful to the community for all the influence and all the friendships that I created thanks to that community. And also, like, I'm currently singing in a band, and in that band 2 people I met thanks to that community. Then I had a small taste of musical theater, also here in different city, different community. It was fun experience. It was also different from my Russian experience and from my prior German experience. It was fun. It definitely was fun. And the last theaters that I participated in were in USA, in Atlanta, Georgia Tech. There are a couple of theaters at Georgia Tech, I'm not sure how many exactly, but there's also Drama Tech and there's also Improv Group. And I participated in both of them. To be honest with you, the theater system there is very different to German and Russian one. Let's just compare all of them. First, Russian theaters. There, at least based on my experience and what I've heard from other people, there are mostly classical theaters, where you have normal performances, not musical, not very super modern stuff. Classical performances from classical pieces. Some of them were written like more rarely, like I know 21st century, but still they are made in a classical way. In Germany, first and foremost, the school of acting is completely different. The way how you act and how you go into acting, how you try to develop a character, how you try to enhance the character is different than it is in Russia. And also there is a bigger variety of theaters, from classical theaters to musicals to really crazy modern theaters. I visited one of them, which wasn't difficult to find. And I literally didn't understand what was going on in there, but just saying, experience is experience, theater is theater. That definitely wasn't in my taste, but just saying. And then in USA we have again completely different story. First thing that I didn't First, my first experience with auditions was in USA. I somehow avoided that at all times at all of my theaters, and I know that there are auditions at some university theaters, but based on my experience and what I've heard of, it's not that critical, and it's also not like some people don't get to play at all. What happened to me in American theater, or like what I experienced in American theater. Besides that, accent. Accent is a freaking huge thing in USA, and that is like the whole concentration on the concept that you need to talk with a specific accent, although makes sense to some degree, but for people like me who can't turn off their accents, it's like death sentence. You almost have no chances to participate in normal plays. I was kind of lucky that director of the musical that I participated in USA was kind of like, oh, you have strange, interesting accent, let's try it out. And also he chose a partner for me for the scenes who could do some kind of accents. Still, I don't know, it's kind of so exclusive, and I'm not sure what I think about that. Playing in different kind of theaters with different kind of people, with different type of actors, working with different kinds of directors and groups and development teams, and working on different plays, all of that allowed me to gather different experiences about life that I wouldn't gather otherwise. Theater was once considered a slice of life, and obviously you cannot experience everything, but thanks to all the plays that I participated in, I've got some slices of life of other people, of different maybe timelines, and it's fun. It's definitely fun. I do miss theater the most of all of my hobbies that I don't do right now. Will I come back to acting? On one hand, why not? On the other hand, I have kind of some expectations nowadays to the theater, because I don't want to participate just to participate, if you know what I mean. I want to still develop myself, maybe do interesting plays or work with interesting directors. On the third hand, I'm an amateur. I'm not a professional, and I do know that. I don't think that I'm a bad amateur. I'm relatively good amateur, I think so at least. But still, I'm not sure. I would love to. That is also one of the reasons why I registered myself for different like small roles or staying in the background of different movies. I want to get that experience too, but again, I'm not sure whether it will come into place in some point that I will actually do that, because I just have way too many ideas, to be honest with you. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. I do regular videos about different topics, and next time I will be talking about sorting of your wardrobe. If you have any questions or topic suggestions, please write them in the comments below. I will respond to your comments. Also, I will maybe do an independent video about that, or I will read about the topic first. I do not know everything, but I do know a lot. That's all for today, and see you later.